Arcfieldweather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday morning, May 23rd. Quite an active weather pattern continues today across much of the nation, and it looks like it really continues next week as well. The early and middle part of next week, we'll see a kind of a vigorous upper level low for this time of the year, dropping to the south and east into the first Midwest and then into the Mid-Atlantic region. Looks like could be copious amounts of showers and thunderstorms in places like the Midwest, Mid-Atlantic region Monday, Tuesday of next week. Monday, of course, being the Memorial Day holiday. Quite an unusually active weather pattern continues right towards the end of the month of May. Here's a shot of the Mid-Atlantic radar as of early this morning, and there's numerous showers and embedded thunderstorms across central Pennsylvania, northeastern Pennsylvania, down across areas just to the west of Washington, D.C., all associated with a cold frontal system that is just grudgingly dropping to the south and east today through the Mid-Atlantic region. It will end up stalling nearby the southern part of the Mid-Atlantic region and keeping the threat for showers alive during the Friday, Saturday, Sunday time period for places like D.C. and Philadelphia. However, the weekend should be certainly not a total washout, with plenty of rain-free time as well. Now, by the time we get to Monday and Tuesday, it looks like could be more widespread showers and thunderstorms in this part of the nation. We'll kind of focus in on the very active weather pattern for the early and middle part of next week. Well, let's take a walk through last night's 0Z run of the Canadian model. We'll look at three different parameters here, starting off with the 500 millibar height anomaly field. Now, I pointed out that radar already seeing some showers and thunderstorms across central PA, northeastern PA, down across the central and western parts of Virginia. Not a lot of support aloft. It can be a strong thunderstorm embedded in this overall precipitation pattern, but I do not expect widespread severe weather this afternoon or this evening in this part of the nation. Again, there can be isolated strong to severe thunderstorms, but without that support in the upper part of the atmosphere, it certainly is not as threatening on the severe weather side as it was a couple of days ago out over the Midwest and the Mississippi Valley, the Central Plains, for example. Now, a couple of waves of energy do exist this morning. One right near the Hudson Bay region, just in the south of the Hudson Bay region of Canada, and another one out across the interior west. Now, let's move forward. And again, I wanted to emphasize what develops early in the middle part of next week. Quite unusually strong upper level low. We'll see this here start to shape up here by the time we get to Sunday. This is the Sunday morning forecast map. A couple different waves of energy across the western half of the nation. And instead of pushing to the north and east, given the fact that there's some high latitude blocking, it's kind of forced to go more to the south and east. And here we go. By the time we get to Monday midday, this is Memorial Day, we have kind of a consolidating area here of an upper level low, an upper level trough. And anytime you have colder than normal air in the upper part of the atmosphere this time of the year, or an upper level trough this time of the year, that is quite active because we have a strong sun, quite impressive daytime heating in the lower parts of the atmosphere. In other words, this is a very unstable situation. Again, this is midday on Monday, and again, it only slowly rotates around, and by the time we get to late Tuesday and even into the middle of next week, look at this. This is deepening at this time. This is all the way out a week from right now. Still very vigorous upper level low in the upper part of the atmosphere next Thursday. This is Thursday, May the 30th. So indeed, an active weather situation early, middle part of next week. Let's say from the Midwest to the Mid-Atlantic region. And it will unfortunately include numerous showers and thunderstorms for a good part of this area on the Monday holiday of Memorial Day, and also likely into Tuesday, perhaps even into Wednesday as well. Again, this is the forecast map all the way out to next Thursday morning. Now let's walk through the vorticity field here using the 0Z Canadian model. We're on a little strung out area of vorticity or energy associated with that cold frontal system, again causing some showers and thunderstorms northeastern PA, central PA, down across Virginia, pretty well aligned with this piece of energy right here, as we see on the map here, early this morning, early Thursday morning. A strong vortex just south of Hudson Bay. This is the Hudson Bay part of Canada and across the interior western states. Again, a very active weather pattern continues here across the northern U.S. We tend to have wave after wave. Here's a wave late tomorrow night into early Saturday across the Carolinas, another wave, the northern plains, yet another one pushing into the Pacific Northwest, especially the northern half of the nation. Continuation of a lot of activity here in terms of upper level waves of energy that produces not only showers and thunderstorms, but raises the chance for more severe weather as we get into that last week of the month of May. And again, we emphasized in the previous video the surge in tornadic activity in the last 4 weeks or so, from late April to this time of the month of May. We've had a dramatic increase in the number of tornadoes, and it's all because we have a lot of support in the upper part of the atmosphere in terms of upper level jet streaks and vorticity maxima, and we have the continuation of colder than normal air masses dropping south and east from Canada into the U.S., all ingredients for some severe weather outbreaks. Here we are into the midday on Sunday, and then we go ahead into the early part of next week. This is Memorial Day, and here we go. This is starting to consolidate over the Midwest, the Great Lakes, very likely to cause some wet conditions all the way from the Midwest into the Mid-Atlantic region, Monday, Tuesday time frame. Here we go into Tuesday. Again, it deepens after this time with kind of a reinforcing shot aloft. By the time we get to Thursday morning, a vigorous upper level low sitting over the northeastern part of the nation. Meanwhile, out in the southwestern states, a lot of ridging, dry, very warm weather in this part of the nation, early, middle part of next week. Well, let's wrap up with the surface forecast maps from the Zero-Z Canadian model run. Again, some showers and thunderstorms in the Mid-Atlantic region. Not a widespread severe weather threat, however, given the lack of strong support in the upper part of the atmosphere. Now down here, a little bit more in the way of a threat of severe weather down across the southern and central Mississippi Valley region later on this morning into the afternoon hours. And look at this. Again, we talked about colder air masses still dropping south and east from Canada into the U.S. Cold enough for snow in those higher elevation regions of western Montana and northwestern Wyoming here later on today into tonight. And we have that frontal system will grudgingly push across the Mid-Atlantic region today, then kind of stall out in the southern Mid-Atlantic, and it will allow some disturbances to ride through that frontal boundary zone, that stalled out frontal boundary zone during the upcoming week. And here's one such wave later on tonight into tomorrow, and there will be shots of showers in the I-95 corridor during the upcoming weekend with that front nearby. However, not at all a total washout for places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and the Jersey Shore, for example, Memorial Day weekend. Not a total washout. There will be plenty of rain-free time as well this weekend. Now, as we get into Monday and Tuesday, however, this intensifying upper level low helps to intensify a lower level low as surface cyclogenesis takes place here by the early part of next week. This is the Monday morning forecast map. There will be indeed likely some heavy rain involved with this system in the Mid-Atlantic region, in the Midwest. Again, a lot of support in the upper part of the atmosphere. So looks like a wet day, places like D.C., Philadelphia, ultimately New York City as well, and out into the Ohio Valley and the Midwest. And it doesn't exactly move on out of here quickly. Here we go all the way into Tuesday. Again, we have that rotating system in the upper part of the atmosphere that kind of rotates back down to the south and east, extending the rain threat into the day on a Tuesday. Meanwhile, out in much of the western two-thirds of the nation, very warm, very dry conditions for the early and middle part of next week. That's it for now. For ArcfieldWeather.com, this has been meteorologist Paul Dorian.